Hi, I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck Educational System. And this week we've been looking at interoception, which is the eighth of the hidden senses. And it appears to me that the best place for us to start this discussion as we delve deeper into interoception is to begin with the brain. Because I've always been curious, how did how does interoception work? And well, I've always loved studying the brain and how it works because as a teacher and a special ed teacher in particular, I've always been interested in trying to find out the most effective way to teach my students. And that took me on a journey in finding out how does one think and how does the brain work and function in its best level. And it's also good for me because I said, wow, there's so many things that are going on physiologically that to allow the brain to work in its best possible way, then, I just want to find out. So this natural interest just drove me into looking from the same angle at interoception. So, according to the Association of Psychological Sciences, President Lisa Feldman Barrett, an article that I found, she stated that the brain didn't really evolve to react to the world around us, but to predict what's happening next. And that brought me to this term allostasis, because as it appears in the brain's function and its purpose is mostly to regulate the body's internal systems, which brings it to anticipating what's going to happen next to protect it from the outside environment. We get to those basic needs that Maslow spoke about in his hierarchy of needs. Remember, the bottom of the pyramid was physiological. Well, that's pretty much because of the allostasis function of the brain. It's set up to protect us. So that brought me to her next statement, which and I'll include the link to this article in my description box. But she made a statement that actually the body is a part of the brain. And so I drew this really crude um, drawing to show that it's our bodies are part of the brain in a very real way. And in allostasis, the brain is constantly trying to protect the body. So that's why I drew that picture. But the statement that she made, which makes sense to me, it appears that everything we do, the body is involved. She stated that there's like a piece of our body in every concept that we make because the brain is always making comparisons and constructs using our sensory input with the memories and past similar experiences to predict what we might do next. And we'll get into how that connects with interoception, but I could start seeing some connections already. So what we're doing is constantly constructing an internal model what our body in the world has acquired from our senses. All of those experiences are in our minds of what we've been navigated through with our brains, because the brain is continually trying to predict and make sense of what we are encountering. So this to me was the beginning of a little bit of an epiphany that if our brain is making sense of what we are doing in the world, then and using our senses, then how does our brain decide which events to focus on more importantly? And how does it pick and choose which things are important to our bodies? So that comes to the point of perception. And there's a term that we're going to talk about tomorrow that shows us, and actually a function of the brain that shows us how the brain picks and chooses which things are important. And it connects that perception to emotions and interpersonal relationships as well. So tomorrow we'll pick up on our our talk about interoception, and I'm trying to like break this down into small pieces so that I can understand it, and hopefully it's helpful to you too. But the article by Dr. Barrett I will include in the description box. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we delve deeper into interoception to see how can we help our children develop this eighth sense to help them navigate through the world more efficiently and with less meltdowns and uh, things of that sort, because the world, depending on our perception of it, can be a safe place or it could be a place where we're on guard. And also the senses that allow us to know if we're hungry or thirsty or needing to go to the bathroom are all interconnected in this interoceptive discipline or sensory sense. So we'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll start looking a little bit more clearly as to what how this perception is formed. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.